Well, despite a nearly 2-hour delay for power outages, we have wrapped up the 2010 Derby non-pro finals. I'm standing here with Kristen Galyean, who is our champion tonight, scoring a 2:21.5 to take the title on Harley. Tell us a little bit about how your evening went.
We had some cows in mind that we wanted to cut, and luckily some of them were still there whenever we went down. And Wesley, pointed them out to me, and Jody, they both do a really good job helping me find my cows, and it just all worked out. Okay, Wesley's pointing at my cow right here, and I believe we cut a yellow or gray. I'm trying to remember what we did here. Yeah, I think it was this little light horned cow that I'm driving up, and she kind of came up through the middle right here, and I'm just trying to get her out there and try to drive up far enough so where I could get her cut clean. Yep, there she is. And then she kind of takes off, so I was kind of a little worried about how much feel she was going to have, but we broke her down really well, and Harley was super accurate. And I was just trying to stay relaxed and let him work and let him figure out where she was going, and just trusted him a little bit. I was kind of relieved to get off of her because she kind of pushed us back in the herd a little bit, and she really, when she took us to that corner, kind of pushed on us. So I felt like we weren't in the best position. But after this first cow, I really felt like Harley was just ready to hold anything, and I was just really feeling comfortable and was just wanting to get everything cut clean. We're going for the mott here. And he's just being really accurate, and he can get left and right so quick. So I think he did a really good job being patient on this cow. Not making too big of moves, but being accurate. This is a tricky cow. And then here, I believe we cut the brown mott, I think. Yeah, there she is, stepping up there. And she kind of rolled into me, so I was kind of a little bit worried, but we went ahead and went up there and cut her, and she broke up. No, we went with black cow. I think I might have just cut shape right there. I think we optioned off now that I think about it. He was just really good. He was just being really smart and just staying right, even with the cow.
Who all do you have helping you tonight?
Jody and Wes are, in the corners, and then I have Lloyd and Matt up top turning back. So they're definitely a big part of why I've done so well. They're a great help.
Oh, there's a lot of Galyean. Christina showed in the non-pro, and they got Jody and Bo in the open tonight too.
Yep, it's a Galyean affair.
Now tell us a little bit about how you actually got involved in doing the sport of cutting. A family friend started doing the cutting, and their daughter actually showed pleasure horses with me, and they're like, you really need to try the cutting, it's so much fun. And I'm like, well, okay, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, I might try it. And I did it, and I just loved it. And Jody's brother Gil, he shows pleasure horses, and I know him really well, and I'm like, do you know any good cutting trainers? And he's like, well, my brother Jody does it. And I'm like, perfect. And so I sent this little horse to Jody, and didn't even know he had any sons, and Wes and I became great friends and kind of turned into more, and we got married, and boom, I'm in the cutting. So long story short, it's kind of how it happened. Now there's kind of a story about how you even came across Harley. Tell us about that.
Well, we were looking at yearlings at Roger Daly's, and gosh, we must have looked at 100 yearlings that day. Wesley was bound and determined to find a special one, the perfect one, and we stumbled across Harley, and he happened to be a spots hot, and so we looked at him, and Wes was just really blown away by how beautiful he was and his conformation, and we put him in the round pen, and I mean, he could just move better than any of them that we looked at. And so he was just like, wow, I have to have this horse. And so we went to the sale, and he was bound and determined. He did not care. He was buying that horse, and so I'm really glad we did now, because he turned out to be just exceptional. So it was really a blessing that we found him.
Now both of you are showing Harley, is that correct?
Yeah, Wesley showed him here, and he did really well. He had a really tough luck in the semifinals, had
really tough first cow and just had a little bobble, and it's tough here. So it happens. But Harley he always tries really, really hard, and Wesley's done really well, and I made the finals just about everywhere. I made the futurity finals, and he had really rough luck there. He was a draw at first, and the cows weren't really settled, and he got ran right over in his first cow. So it was just really tough luck, but like I said, Harley's always there, and he tries really, really hard. So he's bound and determined to do good somewhere.
Not too hard of luck tonight, I guess,
Yeah.
taking you to a non-pro finals champion.
Definitely. It's been so exciting. I was absolutely speechless when I came out. When my score came up, it's just, to do good here is just amazing. And I haven't been doing it very long, and I just tried to stay out of Harley's way, and I just couldn't believe it happened, really.
Now, how did Harley get his name? Was he named before you bought him, or?
He was named before you bought him, and I wasn't crazy about his name, so I was talking to Wesley, because his barn, we just called him around the barn, his nickname was Harley, and we just named him that because he's just, so cool looking, his big mane, and he's just kind of a wild man, big personality. So we're going to name him Harley, and it fit really well. And so when it came to register him, I'm like, because he's by spots hot. So I was like, let's name him One Hot Harley. And so I just never dreamt that name would be taken. But NCHA called, and they're like, Kristen, that name's taken, but Harley's available. I was like, well, perfect. We'll just name him that. So that's kind of how it happened. I just want to thank my help. I couldn't have done it without him, and I absolutely could have never done any of this without my husband. He's just been a blessing, and I owe everything to him, to be honest with you, and definitely my horse. So I'm just lucky to be here, I guess.
Well, thank you for visiting with us again. This is Kristen Galyean, your 2010 NCHA Derby non-pro champion, riding Harley to score 221.5 to take the finals.